This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
So, do you remember last week in a Royal We First, we did two headlines about the same article?
Yeah. They crossed over. They pointed to the same thing.
Yeah, I got another one in that line.
Oh,
Whoa.
a twofer.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. This is Sam.
I'm Nate.
We listen to headlines. No, we don't listen to them.
We don't listen to 'em.
You're listening to them.
Yeah, we say them.
We don't read the articles. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, right off the top, royalwecast@gmail.com or at Twitter, @royalwecast. This is another headline in that same vein.
A twofer.
Last week, to bring people back up to speed, what were we talking about?
I think it was Russia.
Russian?
Yeah, it was Russian.
Raccoons?
Oh, Russian raccoon sex nudity.
Yep. So here's another headline from this is a trio.
Oh.
To complete the set.
A trifecta?
Zoo Sues says racy ad traumatized its raccoon.
Okay, one more time.
Zoo Sues.
I just like that. Zoo
Zoo Sues says racy ad traumatized its raccoon.
So a racy ad. How smart are raccoons? Are we out of some kind of loop?
Can you shame an animal?
I mean, you can shame a dog, but that's just because of the tone of your voice.
But I also think a dog is only shamed because it's a pack animal.
And I think we think it's shame more than it is because it has eyebrows. It has people eyes. A dog has people eyes.
But it doesn't really know that. It knows that you're upset, but I don't think it really understands.
Yeah, but it's like you can look at a dog and go, "Yo, you've been a bad boy. You've been such a bad boy," and they get real excited.
Right.
But you can look at it and go, "Oh, you're such a good boy." Well, that's whatever. I just realize it's hard to say mad things or happy things in a mad way.
Let me try it. You're my favorite dog.
There you go. That's pretty good. See, and it would go, "Oh shit,"
Come here. I love you so much.
Okay, but those sort of raccoons, though, what do we know about?
We don't know anything about this thing. We don't know if it's naked humans or naked raccoons. But if the ad traumatizes raccoon, does naked do tits traumatize raccoons?
Racy ad traumatized raccoon. First of all, I don't believe it. You're going to have to show me some proof. If this was court and I was that judge, I'd be like, proof. We need some proof. You can't just say that.
Well, before the raccoon used to be real happy and go lucky. He used to steal all the things and wash them with his little hands. And now he's just staying inside watching porn all day.
And now he saw a racy ad.
He saw a pair of tits. That's all he needs.
But racy doesn't mean nudity. That could be like a Victoria's Secret ad. And that could be racy.
Just like last week, I want to get to the bottom of this. So my vote right now, right at the top.
Okay.
This is the one I'm going to want to click.
Okay.
But let's wait to the end of the episode.
Right, we got a card. We got a card.
You guys can play along at home. I mean, maybe there are people who listen to this and just Google along with us, like, you fucking idiots. Oh, you got that one right. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a good game. It'd be a good drinking game. You'd end up hammered every time.
If we were wrong, every time we're wrong, take a drink.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have any listeners. They're dying.
They're all drunk somewhere in a gutter. Probably. People listen to us are lunatics.
I can imagine you can probably traumatize a raccoon just like an animal. Like if you beat it.
Yes, if you beat or scream or you do something physical to it. But if it sees...
What if they did something sexy to it?
But no, they're saying they didn't do anything. Just the ad itself. It viewing an ad. So unless it was like a roasted...
No, because remember last week...
a roasted raccoon. And it goes, oh, that could be me. Oh.
They don't make the connection, I don't think.
Okay, well then what kind of connection are they making?
But it says racy ad. But last week, remember, there was an erotic... It said something about erotic video, and then it said something about there was a sexy raccoon photo shoot. So maybe the raccoon is engaged in some sort of sexual activity.
Is this the same raccoon? This one dirty old raccoon.
He's just getting around.
He's getting around.
Bring us that sexy raccoon.
Yeah, we'll take a photo shoot with it, turn it into a racy ad. Maybe this raccoon saw the sexy racy ad of the raccoon from last week.
Like, this is how I could be living.
And he got depressed.
Oh, there's other raccoons that are fucking.
When I see lightning. When I see other raccoons.
When I see other raccoons.
You know, it always brings me down. Well, they're free and racy and the rats. Okay. We'll just force feed Dio into this somehow.
That was the strangest segment. It's just like this song.
Yeah.
But instead of lightnings, it's sexy raccoons.
Mm-hmm. Just like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm saying if in my court, it's they're going to have to have some proof. They're going to have to show me how this, how you're going to have a scientist and not one of those crack balls that's just doing all kinds of baloney. I need somebody who's legit.
There's got to be people who are raccoon scientists.
I'm sure it's more. I'm a
racoonologist.
A racoonologist, a raconteur. Could be.
Imagine if a little kid told you that.
That he's
well, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to study raccoons. Like, what else is there to learn?
Well, I think you're putting yourself into a hole. I guarantee you, it's more. It's probably just like biology, animal. You're studying all sorts of animals.
I mean, there's marine biology. I mean, you get in your pigeonhole, and then there's like. You can go marine biology, but all you do is jellyfish. And then all you do specifically is like micro jellyfish. Are there micro marine biologists?
I would think. I don't know. I don't know how many little things. Because if you're like an entomologist,
I immediately just imagine a midget in a lab coat.
Oh, wow.
Can I say midget?
I think
can say it.
I think it's frowned upon, but it's fine.
Listen, I would love to know if there are little people who listen to this. You could be the official little person fan of the Royal We. No, we don't go down this road.
Yeah.
Just based on your face, you're like, you fucked up.
Send you a little shirt.
No.
Okay.
Okay, or if you have gigantism, you could be the biggest fan.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, that would be great. The biggest fan. Also human.
There's gotta be more little people than gigantic people.
I think so, yeah.
Gigantism, I bet you is.
I think it's really degenerative. Like you just get you get giant and then die.
Yeah.
That's when you're just little, you just stay little. You're fine. You're
There's some maladies, like their joints and stuff.
Well, I think there's different. There's dwarfism, which is a little different than just
A little different.
being little. A midget and a dwarf are two different things.
Human suction cup claims to be a real-life X-Man. This headline comes with a twofer. Comes with a little pull quote.
Human suction cup.
What I can do and how superhuman I am is just amazing.
Oh, this guy's tooting his own horn. He's sucking his own cup.
Human? First of all,
human suction. Can we come up with a better name?
That's what I was just about to say. We could workshop this.
Yeah. Lick stick.
The sucker.
The sucker.
Sucksman.
The sucksman. You really want to go around being with
suction? The suctioner? Suctioner is better.
Suction man.
That's the cup, I think, is what's lame. Suction.
Well, suction man. That just sounds like he's like sucking golf balls through stuff.
The vacuum.
The cume. You shorten it.
The cume.
The cume.
No one will know what you're talking about, though.
That's where you get them. That's where they keep the power of mystery. Be like the cume. Then you go. No, wait. Now, is he sucking with his mouth or is his hand sticking to stuff? I think he's got gecko powers.
Human suction cup claims to be real life X-Man. What I can do and just how superhuman I am is amazing.
All right. Well, my card's on that one because I want to know what this amazing man could do. Is it the guy that can stick stuff to his body though? So there's like a magnet man, and there's.
I mean, there was a picture. It was just a bald guy, though.
I bet he's sticking stuff to his head. I bet he's not sticking to stuff.
I saw a thing, Jay. You know the amazing.
If so, that is amazing.
Oh, he's sticking. That'd be great if he was like a gecko.
Yeah, sticking the glass and stuff.
Gecko man is even better.
Yeah, just be the lizard. Just
human suction cup. Human suction cup.
You could eat bugs as like an extra, like a twofer. And also eat bugs.
If he had a sidekick, he'd be Suck Boy.
Oh man, and he's loving that. The lizard and Suck Boy. Nobody wants to. Well, no, somebody wants to be Suck Boy.
I'll be Suck Boy.
Yeah, you know. I know you do. I know you will. Get over there.
Get down here.
I'm not even asking about his powers.
I'm the human suction cup with my teammate Suck Boy. He mostly stays at home. I give him a good life.
He works nights. Oh my god.
I love that anyone who claims to be superhuman.
They're not.
No, but there's a great clip. Do you know the amazing James Randi?
No.
He was a magician, and he like hates people who do that.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't hate them, but like he has this mission to like debunk them. Mm-hmm. And he just uses science. Basically, he's like, if you he has a personal check for $1 million. Like, if you can prove to him you have superhuman powers, he'll give you $1 million.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
And there's a video of a guy who, like, he called himself, he's like the human Magneto, like Magneto Man, Magnet Man. And he was like putting stuff, like he put a big mirror on his chest. And, like,
yeah, I've seen he was put spoons on his body.
Yeah, spoons on his body and stuff. So then James Randi was like, all right on. He went to the guy's country, I think it was Japan. And he's like, okay, so I'm going to just rub your body with talcum powder. And if you can still do it, then there's something going on. And the talcum powder just broke the friction. Mm-hmm. He wasn't able to stick things to himself anymore.
Yeah. There was another guy, though. He wasn't Japanese. He actually just rose the level of like iron or something in his body, and then he lightly magnetized his entire body. It was just a temporary thing, but he got really sick because the iron levels in his blood, like he would make them so high that it was kind of unhealthy, but then he would magnetize himself. He had these big magnets and he would magnetize his blood in a way. So on the surface, in places like his head and chest and stuff, places where there were more blood flow, temporarily he could stick like spoons and stuff to his body, and then eventually it would, as the iron would pass out of his body, he would lose it.
Is that worth it?
No, because it messed like his kidneys and stuff up, I think.
I'm sure. He's just fucking crapping out pennies.
Ding, 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 ding. That's how pennies are made, kids. You didn't know it.
There was a great one. This guy was pretending that he had like telekinetic powers, and he could. The things that he was able to do was turn a page of a phone book with his mind, or move a pencil across the room. So he's like, James Randi's like, well, you're just blowing on it. So he's like, okay, and he sprinkled some styrofoam around the stuff, and he's like, because James Randi was great because he's a magician. So he was like, look, I can do it too, and look, would do the things that the people were doing. And he's like, so let me put these like little bits of foam. And when he did that, the guy's like, no, I can't do it anymore. The static electricity from the foam is holding the papers down. This guy do this
on TV?
He had a show, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen that.
It's great because he's just basically, he would like debunk it and just turn to the audience like, well, this is about what we would have expected if you were just doing it by chance. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And like, he would just like turn, like, okay, fuck you, turn to the audience.
I was at a Bob Evans once and all the silverware was magnetized, and I still can't figure that out.
I had a buddy whose wall, there's a wall in his house you could just stick stuff to.
That's pretty neat.
You know, magnetized wall. We were like, well, what's this for?
Yeah. But why? But you think about it. But what's magnetizing the food or the utensils at Bob Evans?
Maybe the dryer. Maybe the industrial dryer.
There's huge magnets in it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe there's a human magnet in the back.
You're on to him.
I can't
washing the dishes, and he's like slowly magnetizing all the sporks.
Why aren't sporks more ubiquitous? I feel like
I think because the bad rap they always get. Every now and then a spork comes in handy if you're eating certain things. But the problem is it's not spoon enough to be an efficient spoon, and not a fork enough to be an efficient fork. It's basically a spoon with the ability to tear. Do
you ever get a spork that has a knife, a serrated edge? One of the sizes.
Yeah,
that's tricky.
I mean, it's everything. You just got to watch what you're doing.
Here's another headline I found myself. A history of tug-of-war fatalities.
Oh, there's a lot. People get their fingers ripped off.
What?
Yeah, it's dangerous. I think that's what, if I'm not mistaken, they banned tug-of-war and a lot of things in like field days and like stuff at schools. So when we were kids, like
rips the fingers off people.
Yeah, because whenever we were, because I've always, a big kid, so I'd be the anchor on tug-of-war, and you get like whole classes. What happens? People would wrap their hands around the rope or something, and then they would pull, and it would, as it would jerk, it'd slip through and just take their fingers off. Look into it. I'm serious. Like I don't know exactly, but one specific instance, like a bunch of kids, like 5 or 6 kids, all got all the fingers on one hand ripped off at one time. God. Like field day gone berserk.
How was your day, honey?
Right. Well, see, the weirdest thing, this is the whole thing.
And if I saw a man with no fingers and he told me that, I would say
tug-of-war accident.
Bullshit.
I would have too until I found out it was true, and I'm like, oh man, I've heard of that. But what a way to go. Just suddenly, I read an article, it's crazy, and there's basically, this girl, she's like, it was just like a pop, and before I even felt any pain, it's like I looked down and said, all that was on my hand was my thumb. And she goes, and then the pain hit and the blood was like, started spraying out, and like people, and it wasn't just her, like a bunch of kids all got their hands ripped off, and like one.
You know what's great? Someone got blamed for that.
And you also know, yeah.
And like, dude, okay, fuck you. Listen.
But on the other side, they were like, definitive win. That is undisputed. They shut down. No one could even challenge us because the last people, they banned tug-of-war because our team ripped the fingers off the motherfuckers on the other team. Mrs. Johnson's class went down.
Oh my God. What?
Can you imagine getting all your fingers ripped off in 5th grade?
I want to go back to school. I'll be done. That's the end of my education.
You and a bunch of friends, all of you got your fingers gone.
Your fingers?
Yeah, and some of them were able to be reattached, but some of them they couldn't because it just ripped them. It wasn't like a clean sever, so it just fucked their hands all up.
Oh my God.
Just ripped their fingers out.
But this is history of tug-of-war fatalities. You're not dying because your fingers
I want to figure out who's dying.
Who's dying? Maybe they're having tug-of-wars over like a pool and people are drowning. Get wrapped up in the rope.
It. Or whoever's got the rope tied around them at the back, maybe someone's jerking them so hard it breaks their back.
Like cuts them in half.
Yeah, they need to, I want to know about that too.
When we did it in Boy Scouts, we had 2 teams do it. We actually had all the counselors, like 2 groups of counselors did it. And when they did it, the rope snapped.
Yeah.
And everyone fell backwards.
I don't know. I'm like, that's a good thing. I'm thinking maybe someone fell in the mud and drowned.
I guess
Trampled. Someone fall and the people get pulled over and they step
I'm never
on.
going to tug of war again. And if I tell someone like rip the fingers off, they're going to make fun of me.
Yeah, I've not tug of war in 20 years.
I work with children. I mean, it comes up.
Tug of war?
Yeah, but like, you know, if I say don't play that, kids, that makes me sound like a fucking crazy grandpa. Kids don't play with tug of war. It's going to rip your fingers off. They're like,
I think
shut
if it's
up.
2 kids doing it, I don't know if that's a chance. I think it's because you have all these people. Maybe one side is vastly more strong than the other, and it just. I don't know how it works. Losing fingers, losing some digits.
Yeah, I'm not going to go me versus my class.
No.
Imagine if they ripped my fingers off. What happened to that teacher you had? We ripped the
We
fingers
pulled
off.
all his fingers off, and we've never been the same. Oh, God.
Group of class traumatized after tug of war.
Imagine just ripping, you just.
That'd be dude. If I lost my fingers,
That'd be the worst.
well, a lot of what I do is my fingers.
Right. A lot of what I do is my fingers, too. I mean, a lot of what everybody does is their fingers, but
Everyone's fingers are vital.
they're right there they're on the top of the list of things you don't want to lose. Eyes, fingers.
I bet you. Eyes number 1.
Eyes, fingers, penis.
Penis is
you can live with it, but it would suck.
It would suck.
But eyes, man, I would hate to lose my eyes.
I'm suck boy. I need my dick. Well,
Fingers.
my mouth. Well, how would you lose your mouth?
You don't lose your mouth. You could lose your ability to speak.
Your
though.
lower jaw.
Oh God.
Is your tongue hanging out? Number 1, I would say.
At least now we're into the realm to where we can start getting some robot fingers going.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they're
eyes are still a little far out.
Yeah, there's a little far out.
I mean, they can replace the lenses and stuff, but if you lose the ball,
Yeah, that's it. But
I'm gonna say
they're getting where you can. I mean,
oh well, no, man. Head.
huh?
Head's number 1.
Well, yeah, but that's where your whole deal's in your head. You lose your head, you're dead.
That's how you always remember.
Lose your head, you are dead. That's how I've always remembered not to lose my head. Lose your head, you are dead.
It helps.
Beer before liquor, never sicker. Lose your head, you are dead.
Righty Lucy. Nope. Righty.
Righty Lucy. Lefty Toozy.
Wait, huh?
Lost my head.
Imagine if you needed that rhyme. Like, should I lose my head?
There was something I think I remember. What was it? Yeah,
damn.
sure, take it. Oh, wait, I remember.
What's like the lowest on that list? What's the lowest of that like vital eyebrows?
Like one of your middle toes.
Most of my toes, I imagine. The big toes. That's the big show.
What is it? The big toe or the little toe? One of them really helps your balance.
Not the little toe.
You don't think it's a little one?
Well, I mean, I think everyone's a little bit different, but I noticed that where my shoe is being worn out, it's all on the side of that where my big toe is. My big toe is doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, I mean it's biggest for a reason. Big show. Big toe, the big show.
We really got down to the crux of it.
Yeah.
Fingers and toes, guys. It's about it.
Yeah, head, shoulders, knees and toes, fingers and toes.
I feel like if I lost my belly button,
Well, dude, that's impossible.
I got sealed up.
How? Some ray?
Acid. A really bad sunburn.
A sunburn ain't going to make your belly button seal up.
If you got a terrible sunburn.
No, dude, your belly button goes in. It's like the core of a human. Your belly button,
The core of a
yeah, it goes straight in. That's where all your nutrients came in. It's like the top of an apple.
It goes like between like the muscles and shit too.
Yeah, it goes right into you. That's why if you ever take your finger and ram it in your belly button,
I don't even like to think about it.
if you do that, and your testicles will hurt real.
It hurts the very tip of my dick.
Yeah, it does something. If I'm not done it in years, but I remember years ago just ramming my finger into my belly button,
What does that do to girls?
and I was like, "Whoa," like it was a terrible pain. I don't know. Somebody write us. some female out there. Let us know what happens. What's it feel like when you ram your finger into your belly button?
It'll hurt our dicks.
Ah! You ever just or some random man on the planet gets a scrotum pain?
As soon as one team comes back tonight, I'm just gonna jab her in the belly button.
Yeah, go hands up. When she puts her hands up, right in there.
If I sleep on the couch, you know why.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit in the mouth. I used to try to use that as a weapon in wrestling, but it's easily turned against you, so I quit. I gave it up.
Is that against the rules to belly buttons?
I don't think you can ram your fingers into orifices, and that's an orifice. That's like an ancient orifice. It's sealed up. It's sealed with legends.
Ancient Orifice. That's the name of our metal band.
Ancient orifice.
Can we please be Ancient Orifice? Make that logo.
Okay.
Night Pavement will open for Ancient Orifice. Man, that would be imagine if you made fake show posters. Like Night Pavement opening for Ancient Orifice and you put them everywhere in Taipei. People are like, when is this show
People are
happening?
showing up at like a venue. What do you? Well, no, we don't. Bands don't play here.
Ancient orifice?
It's a spaghetti shop. We are ancient orifice
And pig milk.
Pig milk. Hogs Mall. We're just saying shit now. Okay.
Here's one that when I found it made me think, headlines are great. Headlines are great because they're trying to get you to click something. So they want you to go, what is that? What could that mean?
Yeah.
Here's the perfect example.
Clickbait.
Exactly, clickbait.
Well, no, clickbait is more like number 4. Wow. Top 5 things on your body that you could do without. Number 4. Wow.
Top 11 best breasts.
Top 11. Yeah. I'm sure there's just one fucking killer one out there.
Just one killer tit.
Just one. They're opening for goat milk or whatever it was.
The massive pizza funeral that never had to happen.
What does that mean? See, that makes me want to click that. The massive pizza funeral. So people are, what?
It's a big funeral
Big funeral.
for pizza, but it didn't need to happen. The massive pizza funeral.
A funeral means that doesn't mean they just threw away a bunch of pizza.
Maybe. So, for example, when I was growing up, my sister the only thing she would ever eat was pizza. Pizza, hamburgers.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
That song was written about her. Hey, you know that song Pizza on a Bagel? That's about me.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It goes pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. That's me. That's what I do.
That's my life story.
That's me. That's written about me.
It's not about you. It's about bagel bites.
No, but when there's pizza on a bagel, I can have pizza anytime.
It's not about you. It's about bagel
But I
bites.
can have a pizza anytime. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, supper time comes around, pizza.
Imagine if you were claiming
Pizza
at
on
a
a
bar
bagel.
you're trying to pick up women. You know that song?
They'll just say no, because no one... not many people don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. You know that song about having pizza on a bagel at any time? No, what?
That's about me.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right, man.
In the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
My point is, if someone loves pizza enough and then they die, and like in their will, they're like, I want to serve pizza.
Oh, or bury me with a pizza.
And they were beloved. This person was beloved.
They were beloved,
So it's a massive funeral. So, but it turns into a massive... Well, I wouldn't call it a pizza funeral. This is when...
My guess is what's happened here is a bunch of pizza went bad through some sort of act of neglect.
And they're having a funeral for it?
That's where I'm saying the terminology here. If you're just throwing pizza away, it can't be called a funeral. That means they had some sort of procession, and they say we commend
must
this.
burn.
We commend this pizza to the deep.
We burn the pot. They sink into the ocean.
Yeah, burial at sea.
Hey, man,
According to what its last will and testament, we think
I got
it may have been.
I got this thing I gotta go to later. You want to come with me?
Putting a bunch of ham and pineapple pizzas in the ocean.
We're just gonna sink. We're gonna sink crates of pizza that went bad. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, didn't need to happen. Senseless.
It did. That pizza could have been eaten, but people were only having pizza in the evening.
Yeah,
They should have been having pizza in the morning.
Yeah, the starving children of the world. They would eat pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, and pizza at supper time. But there's no pizza.
But if you put the pizza on the bagel,
You gotta have pizza anytime. Okay, Bono.
that would be a crazy claim. We need to put more. We need to put more food on bagels.
What, Bono's saying this? Oh,
The problems with the hunger in the world is because not enough food are on the bagels.
bagel bites stayed good they were good for about 18 seconds. And then they turned
But
into
the first 15 seconds of that, they were inedible because they were so hot.
They're lava hot. The only thing that surpasses them pizza-wise are Scaldy sacks. The pizza pocket, pizza
You
bite.
can't just call things scaldy sacks and think we're going to come along with you.
That's what I call them, though.
That's what you call them.
Yeah. Hey, you know those little pizza bites? I call them Scaldy sacks. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
This episode brought to you by Totino's. Or
Totino's.
Totino's.
Yeah, they got a good party pizza, too.
There was a podcast, My Brother and Me. It was just, if you guys don't listen to My Brother and Me, go out and listen to them. Stay loyal to us, but also listen to them. I can talk about other podcasts. There's a lot of stuff out there, but they had an episode where they were sponsored by Totino's, and they did a whole Totino's episode.
That's great.
What an odd.
I wish I was sponsored by Totino's, man. I love those pizzas.
We should reach out to some like really specific company, like
Pizzas, man. So we can get regular pizzas here. We'll get that oven to not electrocute us. Our oven shocks us when you turn it on, and
the electricity is
It's like grounded out through the oven somehow, and you touch it and it electrifies the shit out of you. I've not been shocked by it. Sam has.
I got shocked twice, and it made me so angry because I was touching them because I was cooking cookies,
Cooking up some cookies.
and I touched like the inside of the oven with my hand on accident. You know when you burn yourself?
Yeah.
You know when that happens?
Yeah.
Well, I was getting burned and shocked. And that sensation was infuriating for some reason. It like unlocked the rage inside me.
Did an elemental attack on you.
Dude, it was super effective.
Burn and shock damage.
And one thing was laughing because I yelled, "Fucking Asia!" And she's like, "Why?" Well, because everything here is a little fucked up in some way.
There's a lot of things that are just a little. They seem a little.
But I think that's kind of like living in a city, though. I don't think
right,
because like when my buddy Mitch, friend of the show, used to live in New York. Mm-hmm. He in his kitchen in his bathroom next to the toilet there was the hot water pipe. So like if you're taking a burn and your leg touches that, you burn your leg.
Right. It's just they had to put it there. There's no more room.
Or they didn't. Well, it was the cheapest alternative.
Right.
I think that's honest because we live in a city.
Yeah.
Right. It's not really fucking Asia.
No.
So that's not fair. I mean, this is how racists happen.
We take it back. We take it back, Asia.
Asia, we're sorry. What's one of their greatest songs?
Heat of the Moment. Isn't that Asia?
How's that? Oh, man, their album art is on top. I don't know what I mean by on top, but look at that.
That's amazing.
It's just like dragon, like a blue dragon. Fuck, man. I love that 80s.
Yeah.
I love that 80s.
Is it Heat of the Moment? Is that one of theirs?
I'm trying to find Only Time Will Tell, Soul Survivor, The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. Dude, all their album art. Dude, why can't I want to just be an awesome 80s artist like this. Look at this. Okay, again, I'm just saying, look at shit.
Yeah.
Guys, Google Asia, the band. I don't know. What's Asia? What's some songs they've done? Only Time Will Tell. Heat of the Moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that was Asia. I never meant to be so bad to you.
I don't know. I mean, I know that song, but I don't know any of the words.
Or we get sued by Asia.
No, it's okay. We live here.
Checks out.
Well, ka-ching.
Okay.
This can't be true.
Okay.
But science says it is.
Well, science.
This one sent to us by, thank you so much for sending us something.
Yeah.
Zach.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. He's a friend of the show, but every time he listens, he's like, you guys should be doing this. And I was like, okay, yeah, Zach, you're right, I guess. But here's what we are doing. So thank you, Zach, for being invested in listening and sending us headlines.
Yeah.
Your show would be better if we talked about hamburgers more. Like, well.
All right. When you start sending us hamburgers, we will talk about them.
Please. Well, don't. There's a hamburger in a can out there.
Yeah.
Send us that.
Well, I tried to order some from Germany, but you've got to order like 12, I think, at a time, and they look gross. But I would like to...
That's why we need to start making money on this. If we start making money, we'll just use it to buy hamburgers in cans.
Eventually, when we start making money, that's what we'll do, and that's what our Patreon should be, or not, or that's what our GoFundMe should be. It's just to fund vulva and eating hamburgers in a can, and we'll do videos. And
we should say that with no if we say you're going to fund vulva, they're going to be like, you guys are going to go like on a hunt. Like on a pussy hunt? Like, what are you guys talking about?
What?
If we don't explain, if no one listens to the show,
right,
and we say, here's our GoFundMe, if we just put on Facebook, like, hey guys, help us, support us, we're going to use it for vulva.
True.
They'll be like,
you have to be like, it's a real odorous substance.
It's a smell that makes us
from like,
listen back to our back catalog.
Norwegia.
Anyway, Zach sent us this. It says, whole body vibration may be as effective as regular exercise.
Now they debunked. They debunked that 50 years ago. Remember the thing that people stood on, like the big belt that
mouse study is the first to show less strenuous alternative can benefit bone health. That's it. That's the whole article.
Okay. Well, it did say exercise. So if it's for bone health,
whole body vibration is effective as regular exercise for bone health.
For bone health, not for losing weight. For bone health, I'll buy that. I'll bite, because the things with bone health is you want to. It's like people when they get old, their joints get messed up because they don't move them enough. Oh. And regular exercise, even if they're healthy, it's more about keeping your joints moving and keeps them lubed up and free of they don't go locking up, just like an old gear or something. Sure. I don't know.
I don't even know.
So the vibrating thing, though, people used to do that in the fucking 30s or something 40s, and it was a big thing that they stood on, had a big belt that went around, and it vibrated the shit out of them. And they thought it would help them lose weight by just vibrating the fat.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen like little kids on it.
Yeah, but that's not...
Little fat Asian
That's
kids.
debunked. That doesn't help you lose any weight at all.
That's just
But I can see those little vibrations. If those get in there and they're vibrating all your joints in your body just a little bit, yeah, maybe there is something to that. Maybe you can just stand and just vibrate your joints.
What's great about this, man, is mouse study. It means that they've been vibrating mice.
This is great.
I like to imagine they put a mouse in one of those paint shakers.
Oh God. Well, those just rattle them all over the place. That's
That'll
not a
kill
nice.
a mouse.
Yeah, that's not a nice vibration.
Nice vibration is what, like a vibrator?
Yeah,
Did you strap in a vibrator to a mouse?
that'd be really
His
fun.
bones got really stronger.
Yeah, well, no wonder. I think he's loving it, man. He loves this study. He's vibrating.
It's funny. The mice bones get stronger, but raccoons just get traumatized.
Yeah, they get real depressed and weird.
Turns out raccoons are the prudes of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, that's why they wear those masks, man. They're ashamed.
That's why they got a bone that goes into their dick.
They got 5 hands. I mean, 5 fingers.
I would get you like, go on.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And I'm like, oh, I realized I said something dumb.
Here's an article I found myself, and I'm glad I did because this is definitely something that'll upset you.
Awesome.
There's a list of things, so like we know you like Russia.
Yeah.
Did you ever come up with what I like?
Oh, no, I didn't even think about it.
I give them no further thought.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
But then there's a list of headlines I know to talk about because you do not like them. Like, I guess it's sort of one of your... It's not an interest, but I just know it'll get you going. Mm-hmm. Randy fetishist filmed having sex with 3 motorbikes after disgusted owners find holes cut in their seats.
Oh, man. Well, at least he's being practical about it. Yeah, and I agree. Ugh.
Why are you gonna go fuck... First of all,
Why are you fucking another man's motorbike?
why are you fucking bikes? Why are you fucking someone else's bikes? Why are you... Go buy a big stuffed animal and cut a hole in that.
Yeah. I mean, was it a thing of just like, fuck these people? I mean, there's gotta
What
be...
a fuck you.
There's gotta be, yeah.
What's up
I
with
fuck
racism?
your bike. Yeah, like what? Wait, so is by Randy, are they referring to it as like the British, like horny?
His name isn't Randy.
Okay. Randy the fetishist. I thought maybe he's well known in this town. Randy the fetishist.
He's got to be like horny fetishist.
Right, Randy fetishist. I get it.
It's filmed, but having sex is quote unquote. So with 3 motorbikes in all caps after disgusted owners find holes cut in their seats.
So he's cutting holes in the seats.
You find a hole and you like put your finger. You're like, what is this?
Oh, gross. Oh,
I gotta install a camera in this garage.
yeah. Some guy comes in fucking your seats.
You'd be like, no.
Yeah. See, there's the thing. There's definitely something wrong with that guy to do that, to mentally be like, this is what I'm going to do. Because there's a lot of things you can do for revenge.
If everyone was into fucking seats, imagine if the world was like, that's what we do.
Yeah. How will we get there?
You know what I mean? Like, you know how like kids will start like you looked at me the same way I looked at you when you said raccoons have 5 hands. You know, kids will do, okay, well, you know how kids will like choke slam each other because it like makes you high?
Choke slam.
You know, like if you choke someone out
Yeah, yeah.
and like just for a second you get kind
I
of
didn't know
high.
they were doing it to get high. I just thought they were trying to choke each other out.
Or like you'll, what's that I think kids will do? Like, huff paint or something or
Kids? Yeah, I know they huff paint. Yeah, kids huff paint. But sniff glue or sniff markers or something.
I had friends that would like, you'd blow all the air out of your head. You go, and then you'd have someone choke you. I mean, this sounds like they're into some weird kinky shit,
Right.
But okay, but then kids are like, "Oh shit, man! If you cut a hole I cut a hole in my dad's motorcycle and fucked it.
Right.
It felt great.
Where's people that fuck like watermelons and stuff for that reason?
I fucked a stuffed animal when I was little
All right.
because I didn't know what I was doing.
You cut a hole in it?
No, there was a hole already in it.
From someone else.
No, it was just
Was
like
this a secondhand fuck toy?
it was an old stuffed animal.
And you just fucked a hole that you found in it.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to have. Here's some shit. Here's some dirty laundry.
All right.
I used to have this giant teddy bear, like man sized, like well, woman sized.
Okay. Semantics, but
And when I was like, I was like an 8th grader and I discovered ejaculating, I was like, And I did cut a hole in it and fuck this thing, but like I didn't really know,
dude, that's funny. Dude, that's fucking funny.
because like I just did some fucking math. I was like, well, if rubbing my dick on that feels good, and this is like the size of a person, I could fuck it like a person. It was basically like a blow-up doll, or like a real doll, but it was a bear.
It was a big bear. That's great.
Is this too embarrassing to share? I don't feel too embarrassed about it.
This is all you. I'm not embarrassed. I'm on the verge of losing my shit because it's fucking hilarious to me.
It just makes sense. I think as a little kid, I mean, it was a time when I was a little kid, and
Right. But what's funny is always in your mind, you're going to tie early sexual experiences to a giant teddy bear, which is great. Like, not like a magazine you found, like a Victoria's Secret magazine or something.
I remember like just walking around my house just trying to find things that were about the size of my dick. That like, because if it was too small, whatever, and if it was too big, there was no friction. So like you had to find things that were like pretty much the size of your dick to fuck. And I was like, man, I remember I had a sweater in a bag, in a vacuum sealed bag, and I cut a hole in the bag and fucked the bag, and it burnt. I got so like the worst carpet burn on my dick.
Oh my god. This episode brought to you by Sam fucking inanimate objects.
I was a little kid. Come on, people out there can relate to that.
Yeah.
I'm not the only person who like was like, well, hold on, it feels good when my dick is rubbing against stuff. Let me rub it against everything.
True. Yeah. I
don't feel any shame about that.
Oh, right.
I mean, I think it's a pretty ubiquitous experience of like,
it's just funny that you fucked a giant teddy bear.
I had it on hand.
That's what I had, man. You had to make do.
It was funny. Eventually, I just threw it away. And my parents were like, "Why do you throw?" I could just stuffed it in a garbage can.
All used up.
But it was huge. It had a lot of stuffing. I mean, I don't imagine anyone
More
was like,
so than one would imagine.
I mean, I was a young boy, so I bet you that
Did you ever look at that bear and say, "I'm gonna fuck the stuffing out of you, bear"? Did you cut holes in different places, or just one hole?
There's one hole. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know where to take that.
Well, there goes all of our listeners.
No, you gain the few. See, that'd be if you turned out to be like a furry or something, and they
Not at all.
Yeah, but they traced it back to that. That would be
Because it wasn't anything about it being a bear. It was literally just a friction thing.
Oh shit! Apparently, there's right-wing Nazi furries.
How could?
John, friend of the show, sent me an article that totally forgot about it. They're like not furry Nazis, but they're not necessarily Nazis. They're trying to clean up the furry community by rooting out pedophiles and stuff like that. But they're
okay. Wait, what?
But they look like they kind of have little like Nazi uniforms, or one of them does. All right.
But if you're trying to root out the pedophiles in your own organization, that sounds like a positive. That's a net positive.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that one on another episode.
Okay.
Whenever I research, so I know what I'm talking about a little bit. Something like that. I actually read the whole thing because their slogan was "Make furries great again."
I don't even get furryism a little bit. Like, I don't find anything about that appealing.
I don't either.
Even like when they do it like a cartoon, they draw it like a real sexy.
I read this article and it kind of made more sense. They don't. The one person they were interviewing, they don't identify with either sex, so they're not attracted to males or females.
They're
attracted to, because the guy was saying that like he has a boyfriend, but it's like it's not the fact, it's like outside of a furry, like I'm not attracted to him as a human. So when we're not like I'm not attracted to him at all, like I don't think of him in a sexual way. The only thing they identify sexually with the furry creature.
What I can understand
whatever it's called
is being in a costume and getting your fuck on. Like, there's a little bit of like deviousness to that.
Yeah, I can get that. Like dressing up in something and fun. It's like cosplay or just
right,
role playing or whatever.
Yeah.
But the difference is they identify sexually with that. What is that? That's upstairs. But they identify with not the person in the costume. Like if we dressed, I dressed up with somebody and like we were fooling around. I'd be like, still in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking her, and she's dressed up like a big bunny rabbit.
Right.
But that to them, it's not that. It's like, hey, I'm
what's
fucking
up with
a big bunny rabbit.
I mean, like girls dress as bunnies, like Playboy, right?
Yeah.
The Playboy bunny. Why are there are some sexy animals out there?
Well, I think it's like
bunny is a sexy animal.
Well, so I think it's the personification of it. When we were kids, there was like like a sexy like Bugs Bunny.
Was that Lola Rabbit? Space Jam.
Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. I think that's what because it's like you're a little kid and there's like a sexy like animal cartoon of a
right,
woman.
I mean, you're mostly seeing
seeing
anthropomorphized animals.
Yeah.
Stuck to land on that word.
Yeah. Anthropomorphized. Big bad anthropomorphized.
People are gonna send me so many like bear.
Right. That's your wheelhouse now,
But
buddy.
the thing is, like, the reason I don't feel any shame about it is, like, first of all, because I'm a logical person, and I know it was just about friction. It wasn't about right. So, like, it would be one thing if I was like super into fucking bears or like be into like furries and stuff. But it's like I said, I don't.
Right? No, it's fine. It's just funny to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a funny thing.
it is funny. I agree. That's why I said it.
Yeah. Anybody, a little kid fucking a giant teddy bear is funny.
I want to say it was probably about the same size as me.
Yeah, that's funny.
The thing is, like, you know, as a parent, I imagine you're like, God, fucking, we should have known better.
Get him a life-size teddy bear with a hole in it. What do you think's going to happen? Moving on.
That's actually going to do it for us this week.
Oh, is it? All right.
I want to thank Ishibachi for letting us use the song intro / pathos, which we've dragged through the mud in this episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kishibashi. I also want to thank my sister Kat for sending us this sound effect. If you guys want to send us a sound effect that we can use to jump between topics,
Right.
you can. You can also send us headlines, and you should. You can do both those at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. Gmail's probably the better for sound effects and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I didn't even think about it. Someone did send us a headline. We didn't even use it. We'll do it next episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Someone sent us one on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this person? I don't know this person. Let me see if I can find him. Hold on.
Are we going to do this? Or are we going to do
No, we're
it?
not going to do it now. We'll do it next episode. Oh, that's why we're even talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I talking about? Good night, Dad?
Yeah, good night.
Oh, I hope he doesn't listen to this one.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
He's going to connect some things.
Oh, no. Yeah, yeah. That'll be great. He won't do it. But if you connect some dots, Mr. Marks, you should send us a key.
What is he going to send us? What do you mean? Just his reaction of his face going, oh.
Oh, that makes sense, because one time
I found that teddy bear in the garbage can.
yeah. I don't know. Parents have a different insight. Like, looking back, you were fucking the bear. They were outside of the box looking in.
At the bear being fucked.
Being like, I think he's fucking that bear, but I don't know.
I like to imagine that little Sam was a little discreet. Anyway, good night, Dad.
A little kid fucking a giant teddy bear is funny.